Good morning. I slept like a rock last night. It felt so good. It's the best night's sleep I've had in a long time. And it started raining about 1 o'clock, just sprinkling off and on, and that's all it's done. It's not actually raining right now, and now the forecast says it'll stop at 11. So I think it's just going to be light showers today. So that'll be good. And got an early start because I slept so good and woke up early. So feeling great. I decided to take this little side trail down here to the Buffalo River. It's only like 50, 75 yards. And boy, it's just beautiful. This is the closest I've been to it. So the reason I got to see that funky little campground and go down by the river is because I missed my turn. Guess I wasn't paying attention. So I kind of just bushwhacked my way back to the trail, and I'm off. Okay, this is kind of funny. So I just got lost off trail for a few minutes. And I get to this section, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's even a fifth place behind that big tree, like all within 40 yards. Not gonna get lost here. Well, today was a little different. It rained almost all morning, so I was a little slower. So I got 9 miles in by noon, which was a little slower, but that's okay. And then I kept moving, and I thought, okay, I'll just stop about 2 miles out from Dillard's Ferry and sleep there. But when I got there, that campsite was super slopey. It was misty, rainy. My tent was sopping wet from last night. I feel great, so I decided that I'll just hike the 2 miles in to Dillard's Ferry. Well, I made it back to the car and I feel great. I'm glad I hiked on down. The trail was good and it was actually very peaceful and I enjoyed hiking in the dark. It wasn't bad at all. You gotta love the trail life. So I decided that I wanted to see if I could hike the section from Spring Creek to Matney Knob. The only trouble was I needed a shuttle ride. I wanted to leave the car at Matney Knob and then see if I could get a ride to Spring Creek. But there are no shuttle drivers on the list for up in this area. But I called this guy named Stan who really helps with logistics for people in the OHT. And he was telling me a town nearby called Norfolk. And he said, there's a brewery there. And I said, oh, great. So I went to the brewery and hung out. And it took me all of like 10 minutes to find somebody to give me a ride tomorrow from Matney Knob back to Spring Creek. Because this guy has a cabin down in Spring Creek and was going that way anyway in the morning. So it worked out perfect. And so then I drove up to Matney Knob because this is where I'm going to sleep tonight. And there's an ultra race going on, a 105-mile race. So there'll be people here all night. I thought that I would have the trailhead all to myself, but that's not the case. So I guess runners will be coming in. He said the cutoff is at 4:37 this morning or in the morning. So never a dull moment, just lots of fun right here. Good morning. I'm so excited to be on the trail with this little extended hike that I added to it. I did bypass the 16 miles with no trail and started here at Spring Creek Trailhead. So thankful that I met Mike last night and he was able to give me a ride. From the main road, it's 7 miles of dirt road to get to this trailhead. And at about half a mile before you get to the trailhead, there's a T, and his cabin is to the right, and the trailhead was to the left. So he was coming down that long road anyway. So I am here, I'm hiking, I feel great, and looking forward to today. Only 31 miles to Matney Knob, and the race officials last night did tell me that the last 17 miles that I'll do is well marked because it was marked for the race. So it's all coming together. One more thing. I slept in the car last night. The race did not keep me awake, even though there was, I'm sure, a lot of activity. But it was a good night's rest and my gear all got dried out, which is great. Okay, one more thing, I promise. This is the last one. On the way up, saw a truck with a trailer. And although deer hunting season is over, evidently hog hunting season is not. So he said that truck and trailer was probably somebody out with their horses and dogs hog hunting. So that gives me 2 things to be wary of. 1, that I might have a hog encounter, and 2, I might have a hunter encounter. Who knows? So somehow around mile 225-ish, a little after that, I got off trail. I kind of whinny-pooed it around a little bit, looking for the trail, walking in circles, used my GPS to get back. I was a good 10 minutes off the trail. Mike had warned me that there are a lot of side trails here, and so I'm going to have to be super careful looking for those white blazes, and if I'm unsure, I'll just check my GPS more frequently. Always an adventure. By the way, that tree stand isn't on the trail. So I just came up on a hog. He was white with black spots. He was laying up under that rock right there. And then he scampered up there above that tree. Well, I wasn't sure which way the trail went, but it doesn't go up there where he went. And I'm not getting off trail again. So I'm going to stay on trail, and I'm not going to go chase a hog. It probably is a good thing that he's gone. He wasn't that big. He was, I don't know what big is. I just know like what farm hog big is, but I don't know what wild hog big is, but I didn't think he was that big. I wish you could see them, but you can't on this camera. But up in there, there's like 6 or 7 wild turkeys trying to go slow. Already spooked them. I am so glad I decided to come up here and do this section, because so far this morning I've seen a deer, a hog, and those wild turkeys. I love it. Well, it was a great day. I think the problem that I'm running into is I'm running out of daylight before I run out of energy. But I was able to get in 16.9 miles, almost 17 miles. And I had a really good day. I just love the wildlife that I saw this morning, the hog and the turkeys, and I saw deer. Just really cool. And it has been misty, rainy all day. Kind of off and on. I thought it was just going to be overcast, but this forecast is the same for tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. But really enjoying it. I Lost the trail actually twice today, once in the morning and once in the afternoon, and both times it cost me like 15 or 20 minutes. But I was able to make some time up near the end because there was a lot of the trail was on a like an old forest road, so it was pretty fast walking. So that worked out. So really beautiful up here. If you ever get a chance, I highly recommend it. Good morning. It's pretty socked in this morning, as you can see. It kind of misty rained all night last night. It may do that again today. But there's a little bit of a breeze this morning, so it makes it feel a little bit cooler. But I'm all packed up. Whatever I ate in food to drop weight out of my pack last night, I gained in water. It's on my tent. So probably evened out, but just under 14 miles today, and I'll be finishing up. Looking forward to it. Well, good afternoon. It's 1 o'clock and I have 2/10 of a mile to go and I'll be done. I did get 11 miles in before noon. That left me with 2.9. So the trail is really, really good and well marked, like the race official told me it would be. And it's just been lovely, very lovely. There was something I wanted to share with you. If you're a hiker, we know that the trail maintainers can't do it all. And so I try to be a good steward of the trail. And one of the things that I do, and if you don't already do this, maybe you can adopt it also, is every day I try to move at least 20 things off the trail to make it better. It's my way of giving back. And I think if all the hikers did that, it would help a lot and make it better for the people that come behind you. So just something to think about. Maybe you want to try doing. Just every little bit helps. The other thing I was thinking about the other night when I did that 2 miles in the dark, I'm pretty proud of myself because it was outside my comfort zone. And then that night, there were the ultra runners that were running all night long. And I love it that there's always people out there that can keep us a little humble.